Welcome to your daily focus for March 29th, 2023. It is definitely a day to keep your eyes open for opportunities that come your way. But that might be easier said than done with today's energy. So let's look at the energy together and understand how we can utilize it to walk with the confidence in our path today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you for being here. I thank you for all of the love and the support you send me each and every day. And before I get too carried away with the daily focus, the website has been launched. So take a moment or two, go over and check it out. Please, I will leave the description. I'll leave the address in the description box for you. Blah, blah, blah. My tongue is getting tied because I'm all excited. I'm talking about my website. First of all, a huge thank you to Linny at First Wave. Without her, I would not have the amazing site that I do. So, from the bottom of my heart, my goodness, thank you, Linny. So there is a little portion about me. There's a store named Tilly's Shop, and you'll also see a buy report section as well. And this is where I've teamed up with astrolabe and some well-known astrologers to bring you quality astrological readings at a very reasonable price, I might add. And there's also a blog. Okay, so the blog will eventually be a huge, expansive library that all I do. And you'll notice in my store, in my personal readings, there's a limit to how many of each are available. So they may sell out periodically. I only have so much time and energy in which to do personal readings, so please understand that. And of course, I have meditations, books, journals, and I'll eventually have courses available for you. So, okay, enough. Check it out on your own. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, please. I hope you love it just as much or even more than I do. So let's dive into the daily focus, okay? So for March 29th, 2023, we start with the numerology, and we have a 29 for the date. So 2 plus 9 is an 11, which is a master number energy, and it requires more effort from us, but promises greater rewards. So keep your eyes open for opportunities. Use good judgment and insight. Don't overlook or ignore any possibilities. Be open to new ideas and accept any kind of help that shows up. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it would be a 3 plus an 11 plus a 7, which is a 21 energy. And that means that we are tying up loose ends. And why are we tying up loose ends? 2 plus 1 is a 3, so that we can plant our seeds, so that we can start a new part of our path, that we can incorporate new beginnings, new starts, new adventures, new opportunities, new relationships into our path forward. What seeds do you want to plant? Because the 21 energy is about tying up those loose ends so that we can go forward. Now we have the sun in Aries, we have the moon in Cancer, and the moon in Cancer, it kind of awakens our need to connect with the people we love and feel the sense of belonging and safety in our homes and within our families. The moon's also in harmony with Venus and Uranus, and that supports us when we want to let go or release something, which will allow us to embrace those new and different ideas. So the 21 energy, we also have the moon with Venus and Uranus in harmony. So it's going to allow us to embrace new ideas, new approaches, new techniques. More options can become available to us. So let go of some of the things that you are holding on to, some of the things that are holding you back, some of the things that are burdening you, or just doesn't have value or any kind of sense in your life anymore, so that you can go forward and allow the expansion of your horizon. Moon is squaring Jupiter. I think this is a little later in the day, but we could see conflict in our life. So perhaps it's a tension or a restlessness. We have that restless feeling. And it's between our own independence and being supported and loved. And bringing those two things together is so we can be whole. So today, meditation, prayer, contemplation is probably the best approach. It's important to allow yourself to breathe and just let the tension out from internally. Okay, it's going within. Okay, don't try and play things out in your environment where you see problems, where you want to go within and understand. Okay, so take the time to go within and find the answers today that you need. If you're feeling a little restless or you feel that tension, you want to be independent and yet you want to be supported and loved, and how does that work? How can you make that work? How can you bring that together, those energies together? And it's definitely today through meditation, prayer, contemplation, looking within and understanding what makes us happy. So it's definitely a day where patience is necessary and is not very easy to embrace on a day like today. Okay, let's go to the cards. And our underlining energy is, oh my goodness, it's the World card, the 21 energy. So this is about tying up loose ends. This is about a whole new path awaiting your presence. But you have to complete some things. You have to let some stuff go. And I know we're in new moon energy, but we can't possibly go forward in the way we want if we don't release, let go, do the work that we need to do in order to be able to walk our path with a confidence, with a grace. Our first card is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is understanding that you are deserving, that you are worthy. So once again, we could be feeling very restless. We want to be independent in our path going forward, but in some way we feel like the fall away of certain relationships if we decide to take this path. You are worthy. You are worthy and deserving of anything that you can see, and don't worry about who falls away. Some people are only meant to walk a certain part of our path with us. Rarely does anybody walk from the very beginning to the very end. So people come in and people go out, and don't worry, if they need to be in your life, they will be present in your life. So don't let that fear, that anxiety to hold you back. And I can mention several times in my life where I thought, oh, I can't do that. I just simply can't do that. You know, my parents will disown me. My friends won't talk to me. And yet, when I finally said enough's enough and I said, okay, this is who I am and where I'm going, and everybody said, finally. I was like, pardon me. So don't just take for granted that, you know, if you're going to take a step forward, you know, maybe have the conversation with them. I'd like to take this step forward, see where it lays. But at the end of the day, you don't compromise your dreams for anybody. Okay, you need to go after your dreams, especially under this energy. The Queen of Cups, she sits there, very passive, very relaxed, very at peace, very, you know, this is kind of like that safety that we feel. That peace of mind, knowing that we're okay, knowing that we're protected, knowing that we're loved. And she looks at this cup. This cup is the new path forward. Now, what is she going to fill it with? That's what she's thinking. So this is where I say, believe that you are worthy and deserving, because it's up to you to understand what you want to put in that cup. It's up to you to imagine what can be your best life ever. And with a card like this, the only limitations that will happen are the ones that you put in place, or you allow somebody else to put in place for you. And this energy definitely opens you up to thinking from different viewpoints with this. And putting yourself first. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is about dreaming and then dreaming bigger. Okay, look at that pentacle. Look at that abundance. The coin is so big it wouldn't fit in any pocket. We'd have to roll it down the street, right, with a little stick or something like they used to do with the wheels. Anyways, this is dreaming it and dreaming it big. This is about new passions, new adventures, new opportunities. This is your best life ever that you are looking at here. Now, there's a lot of fog in the card here in the background. So know that there's a lot of unknown. That you're not going to know the steps you need to take or the expansion and where it will expand and why it will expand and why it will close in and what parts you get rid of. And none of that even matters for this point in time. The only thing that matters is that you see that end result. You see that picture in your mind. Or maybe it's a movie playing of your best life ever. So take some time with that. Absolutely. Meditate. Grow it in your mind. See it emerge. And then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups denotes the past coming to the present. So this could be something that you once upon a time had a longing for, a passion for, a desire for, and life got in the way. And you kind of dust off that box and open it up and you start to get passionate about it again. Absolutely, that could happen. This could also be things that were squashed by somebody. Somebody said something. They gave you the opinion that you shouldn't go forward in that direction. You shouldn't put your energy into that path. You should be over here. That's common sense. That'll get you somewhere. Don't do that. And we took their opinion and we carved it into stone and we lived our life on those words. Many times this happens to us when we're a young child. But it could happen at any point in our life where somebody said something at the right time and it stuck with us. And we formed our path forward according to those words. So where somebody has told you, no, you can't, you shouldn't, you mustn't, your angel shows up and says, this was meant for you this whole time. It is for you to touch. It is for you to open all your senses to a new path forward, which is the flowers. It was, don't touch the flowers. So what are your flowers that you're not allowed to touch? You're not allowed to smell. They're not meant for you. What makes you think it would be meant for you? Why you, of all people? Do you know how many people there are in this world? Have you ever heard something like that? You should be seen and not heard. You'll never amount to anything. This is not something that you have any kind of skill for. I would drop it now if I were you. You ever hear anything like that? Because that dusty little box can come out today and open it up and see what you said no to and understand why you said no to it. Because you just may be breathing new life into that dusty old box. Let's go to Nature's Whispers. I love these cards. I'll hold up the picture because many of these have a picture within the picture within the picture. Something may call out to you that doesn't necessarily gravitate with me or what I'm seeing for the collective. So your own personal message could definitely be hidden within the card. And just take a deep breath and relax. Let go of some of that tension. Let your shoulders drop. The number 9, perfect setting. The number 9, perfect setting. I'm just going to open up the book here fast. So I need both hands. So just give me a second to go to the 9th card. Perfect setting. I'm going to hold this up. Isn't that a perfect setting though? Look at that. That is gorgeous. We hold the paintbrush to our happiness, to our dreams, to our desires. Is really what I got my first initial impression of looking at the card. What did you get? If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes. All of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is all in the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. And we'll get an animal card. I thought that was so relevant in a different way of how I explained the 21 and the 3 energy. But letting go and, in order to plant that seed. So we have to make sure that the rocks aren't in the way, that there is enough sun where we want to plant this seed. And we have the sea turtle, protection. The sea turtle shows up, protection. And we'll just wait for them to get it into... Let's try with this hand. I'm not going to do it because I do like holding the card up while I say it. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need. To be protected and happy. I couldn't make out the one word, sorry. So you are master of finding life's flow. So just stop, just breathe, just see what comes to you, see where you are being led. Be in harmony with this rhythm. Your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Until we meet again. Check out the new website, and until we meet again, remember, I do love you.